Hello, freak bitches. Okay.
Damian Maia.
Can we turn the corner?
Tyron Woodley.
Tyron.
I always say Tyron. Tyron. Okay.
Tyron Woodley. Yeah,
people thought that was a boring match, but for me, there was tremendous data in MMA. The fact, like, Damian Maia goes down to 170. At 170, he takes everybody down. He's taking college wrestlers down left and right. But could he take down Tyron? I thought he could. I thought that he was going to hit a wall there, and he did. How are you going to take that dude down? It's going to be very, very hard to take him down. So what I learned from that is, man, you got to get really good at shooting and doing what Paul Sass is an expert at. Paul Sass is the best I've ever seen in MMA at making pulling guard option 1. He just made it not option 3. I always talk about the third option. I would want my fighter to have the best stand-up possible, the best takedowns possible, get on top, ground and pound and submit them, beat them on the feet if you're beating them. But if you're getting beat on the feet and you can't take the guy down, you better know how to pull guard. You gotta know how to drag dudes down unorthodox ways, not just the regular wrestling way, because you're gonna hit Tyron Woodley. You gotta throw some like flying Eminaris on him. You gotta shoot deep enough just to get a slight clinch and have something you're gonna jump on, not continue with the traditional wrestling. You gotta shoot, pull half guard, just like Andre Galvao did. When he fought MMA a few times, that's all he did is shoot. Dude sprawled, he just pulled half guard, boom, he got up, double underhooks, got the bag. You got to get creative. The way Nogueira beat Tim Sylvia way back in the day, Tim Sylvia could not get taken down. He was too tall, he had an awesome reach. Nogueira was getting clipped. He couldn't take down Tim Sylvia. What did he do? He shot the best he could, and when Tim Sylvia countered, he pulled half guard. He ended up in deep half, and boom, with the momentum, got up. Swept him, so it was an indirect, unorthodox takedown is what happened. If you shoot, pull guard, and then sweep, that's the takedown. You end up in the same place. So he went around the wall, and he ended up guillotining him, put a guillotine from the top. You got to have that. And you know what? He was pulling guard before. Damian Maia did pull guard before, early in his career. And
Tyron just wasn't having it. He didn't. That wasn't an option. Tyron's takedown defense was
the
so good.
That was takedown defense. Yes,
Yeah.
that was the last option. But this is not. I'm not talking about traditional takedowns. I'm talking about the art of. Watch Paul Sass. He would take deep shots.
I totally understand.
It's the timing. You can't just sit on your butt.
I think
not
really
just
what
butt
it's going to take with a guy like Tyron Woodley is you're going to have to get a wrestler who's like a elite, high caliber wrestler that's going to be able to figure out how to take him down. I don't think like a regular dude like Damian Maia, who's not a regular dude, who's a world-class grappler. But did you hear Dominic Cruz's criticism of his takedown attempts, that he wasn't following through enough, and what he was saying technically was wrong about his approach? Yeah. You know, I think that if it was a real world-class grappler, you know, a real, you know, top of the food chain amateur wrestler.
But at 170, he's taking everybody down. He looks like the best wrestler. And what he said about the fence, because most of Damian Maia's takedowns, a lot of them anyways, are against the fence. He's really good at going double underhooks and doing some inside trips or outside trips.
Tyron defended all that shit.
Yeah.
But you know what else Tyron did? He clipped him with a huge uppercut in the very first exchange. The very first time Damian tried to close the distance, Tyron hit him with a vicious uppercut, and he fucked his left eye up. Damian's left eye was fucked up from the very first exchange. When Damian shot low, Tyron hit him with a hard uppercut, and just his eye immediately swelled up, and it was fucked for the rest of the fight. So I think that played a factor too. Just Tyron's game plan was, in a lot of people's eyes, wasn't fun to watch. That was the problem. And like Dana felt like he should have finished him. And Tyron, his thought was, look, this guy's, it's his goal is to win the title. You got to come and try to beat me and win the title. If I'm beating you, why don't I just keep doing what I'm doing and continue winning the fight? You can't do anything. But if I change tactics and make myself more vulnerable. And he said he did get hit by a left hand or a couple left hands, and that stunned him. I guess his attitude was, look, if this guy wants to win the title, he's got to come and get it. And if he comes get it, I'm going to knock him the fuck out. And if he doesn't come and get it, why would I go after him and put myself out of position?
I would coach Woodley the exact same way. I would be yelling from the corner, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't fucked up exchange, and he gets a shot in and takes him down and trips him. He tries to get up on his knees, jumps on his back in that little scramble.
Yeah.
One little scramble like that, boom, you just fucked your whole shit up.
Damian is not the best puncher in the world, but he's not the worst either. he can fuck you up if you make a mistake. And if you rush in and maybe he's reserved more energy than you think he has, and he fires a very fast straight left hand and catches you on the chin, he could fuck you up.
Yeah.
He could fuck anybody up. He's not incompetent on the feet. He's just not at the same level as Tyron. And he doesn't have the same movement as Tyron does.
Do you think Damian should... What if Damian had kicks more like, maybe not exactly like, but more in the vein of Edson Barbosa or a Yair Rodriguez? Wouldn't that be a whole nother dimension?
Well, he doesn't even have to be like that. How about just like Pedro Hizzo? Just attack the legs.
Yeah.
Just make the legs...
He's not doing that, right?
No, very
He's
little.
just boxing.
Well, Dominic brought it up one time during the broadcast because he's like, I want to see Damian throw a high kick, a left high kick. I go, yeah, but have you ever seen Damian throw a left high kick? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if I have either. I don't know if he's ever done it. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't think I've ever seen him try it. Like he doesn't. I think he's such a specialist. His specialty is just get you to the ground, strangle you.
He should spend. I would suggest. I don't know. I ain't shit, but I would like to see Damian Maia with adding to his arsenal, adding more kicks, adding more weapons.
Sure.
Like why not?
For sure.
Shit.
But even if he did, the problem is it's like Tyron is just so fucking strong and so good at stuffing takedowns, and he hits so goddamn hard. It's like you'd have to be like on him, and you got to figure out how to actually get him to the ground, have full control of him, and good luck with all that.